What's up, y'all? This is Zay Arts 21, known on Instagram, Zay Arts for short. Basically, I just want to give y'all a couple of tips that I've acquired over the past few years of me pursuing this digital art thing full time. I do want to say that I am still learning, so everything that I am teaching you guys is stuff that I probably learned within the past few weeks or maybe even months. But whatever the case is, I'm not a professional in any way yet. I'm still learning certain things, so yeah. Also, I want to shout out to my Patreon crew, man. Bro, I cannot thank y'all enough, man. It be some times where I'm just going through it, and I know, like, like it be times where I don't even have any commissions within like a week, and I know, like in the back of my mind, I have my Patreon crew to help me out when the times get rough. So I appreciate y'all, man, and I really hope you guys learn from this stuff that I'm putting out, because if not, I mean, I kind of don't even know what I'm doing this for if I can't teach y'all anything. But yeah, I just want to, I guess, show y'all my, like, I guess give y'all a few tips on how I begin my process, or what I do when I start drawing, or, stuff, type of stuff like that. So pretty much, what I start off with, you always got to make sure you start off with a large canvas, man. Like, man, I can't stress that enough. Like, if you start off with like a really small one, and you try to draw, like, say for instance, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Hold on. Instead of just instead of just talking, I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean. All right, so say if I start off with, why my Bluetooth keyboard isn't working. Oh no. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. This is killing me. I'll just do the keyboard instead on my tablet. Alright, so if I start off with 500, height, and I'm say for instance I'm gonna draw, like, I'm gonna draw smiley face. If I wanted to ink this, put the opacity down, zoom in really close. If I wanted to ink this, you see how the line is kind of like pixely a little bit, it's pixelated. I mean, you don't want that. So what you want to do, start off with a really large document. I say around 8,000. That'd be good. Now, if I come over here, select the sketch, come back to the sketch. Get rid of that. You don't need that no more. If I come back to the sketch, select that and copy. Come back over here, paste it. You see how small the sketch is? The sketch is small as hell. So what I'll have to do is, I'll come over here to edit, transform, free transform, make it bigger, and you'll see the magic when I start inking. Alright. So I make a new layer. Of course, I have the opacity down on the sketch to like 37 so you can see where you're inking. And then watch this. You see how clean the line is? Like, when you zoom, you have to zoom in really far to get the pixels. You get what I'm saying? So your best bet is to always start with a large canvas, as large as your computer will allow it. So yeah, that's like my first step. Always start with a large canvas. Alright, so one more thing I actually forgot to mention. I don't even know how I forgot to mention, but I'm working in Mango Studio / Clip Studio Paint. The same thing will happen in Photoshop as well. The same rules will apply, or any program that you use. Just make sure you're drawing in a large canvas, or your drawings won't come out as well as you want. Another thing, when you're starting out with a new document, make sure the resolution's in between 200 to 300 dpi. I don't really deviate, further than that or lesser than that. What I guess 300 dpi is like best for printing. 200 dpi is like safe for me because I'm working on limited computer power, so that's a good thing. Also, another thing to do, if you are a tablet user and you draw a lot on your digital tablet, what I would do is to come to the battery and change that brightness so you won't be hurting your eyes, because if you're working on this for like a good 5 to 6 hours, your eyes will start hurting. I mean, it sucks. So I always keep my brightness from like maybe 25 to 50%. I never deviate too far from that. Alright, so I don't know why people keep contacting me while I'm trying to do this. Any other time I'm just drawing, nobody's contacting me with this. The minute I'm starting to do tutorials, everybody want to be on my phone. Whatever the case is, yeah, this is my next tip. Basically, like I said before, like if you're dealing with a tablet like I got, by the way, I have a Wacom Cintiq Companion 2. But if you're dealing with a tablet like I have, then basically, especially if you're doing this on long hours, like 6+ hours, like it's gonna begin to start hurting your eyes. So in order to fight that off and prevent that from happening, you can actually, instead of drawing on a completely white background, whatever, what you can do is, instead of white, you come through and you make it darker. So when you draw, it'll be more easier on your eyes. Another thing I do to make things easier on my eyes, but now I'm going to switch over to a project that I'm working on now for my business cards. So, no, not that. This is a sketch I'm working on for a concept that I feel like I want to do for my business cards. And what I usually do, here I am talking all this mess and I don't even have, I'm drawing on white, not even following my own stuff. Whatever the case is, what I like to do is I like to sketch in black, or sometimes I'll even sketch in blue just to save a step, but I like to sketch in black. Here's my sketch layer. Oh wait, no, here's my sketch layer. Sorry guys. Here's my sketch, and then like in Clip Studio Paint or Manga Studio, you can actually, it's this thing called a layer color. You click that and it just changes your layer, the color of your layer, your sketch. So when you ink, it'll be easier on eyes as well. So I do this a lot. I'm sure a lot of artists do this. It's a good thing to do. Like it helps you focus more. It's easier on the eyes, all that good stuff. Also, another thing I do, because I don't know, I think who knows why I came up with this idea, but I've developed the habit of drawing in red instead of drawing in black, or inking it in red instead of inking in black. I don't know, I guess it's, like I said before, it's just easier on the eyes. So what I like to do is I just make a new layer, put the opacity down on the sketch layer to 50 to 50 is good enough, and select red, zoom out and zoom into the part I want to start on, and I begin inking. And I'm noticing my lines are kind of jagged because a particular tool that I use isn't working properly. But this is a perfect segue to tell y'all a tool that I use to ink. I mean, I think a lot of artists use this for Photoshop or Paint Tool side, but I use it for Clip Studio Paint because I'm more comfortable with using Clip Studio Paint. So I use this program called Lazy Nezumi Pro. You can get, this is the pro version, you can get a free version, and it comes like, I think, a week's trial to get everything. You get everything in full for a week, and then it, like, after a week it's done, it takes you back to like a simple like 2-step thing that you can only edit But this one, you could do a lot of it has a lot of options, a lot of things you can edit with it. So simple as that. I like to use subtle. And I think the pro version is like $30. I went ahead and invested in it because I know it's helped me out massively. It's helped my production, everything. So I definitely had to get it, but it stopped working. So let me go ahead and close that out and start a new one. And then what I like to do to make sure it's working completely, I just like to hook the window and then let it do its thing for a second. And then here we go. Now my lines are looking a little bit better. I still have to Control Z a lot, but you know, it is what it is. Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit. It's still going so slow. I don't know what's going on here. This is what happens when you do this shit live. Probably because I'm recording and doing all this stuff on one computer, so yeah, it's probably killing my computer time right now, but it is what it is. As long as I'm teaching you guys a little bit of something. If you're learning something, let me know. Alright, so that's pretty much my inking progress. That's pretty much it, honestly. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna go through and ink this face. Put on a time lapse so you guys won't completely bored at me doing this. And
dearly beloved, hi, how you doing? My name is KR, here to penetrate and keep it moving. But not your physical, your mental, just to keep it fluid. You deserve a couple of bottles of gin and some juice, but I ain't turning got some time trying to spend it with you, but I ain't cute enough. Drop downs when I'm up in the booth, but you ain't noticed, huh? Probably fucking with niggas with coops, but I ain't got it. Love, it's been the same old thing when I'm out here. Niggas rocking they big old chain, but I ain't no slave. I'm a soul brother where life goes and a good mother. Committed fella, don't fight folks in the newsletter. I got good vibes with me. Maybe we can hit the black. I got $550, that is. And yeah, I got a little tree if it convince you a bit. And yeah, I'll light it up for you whenever you take a hit. Then we can space out. I bet you never wanna leave.
One thing before I forget, shout out to the homie Brandon. He's been asking me about this for a minute now. So basically, another thing. What's going on with this thing? To change the color of the line art when I'm finished with it, I usually select the line art, make a new layer, clip, do a clip at layer below, and then I choose a color. It could be any color really, but I choose black because I use black a lot, and I just fill whenever it works. Alright, yeah, so that's pretty much how I do that. And like I say, it could literally be any color you want. So that's that. Any color. But yeah, this is the first of a series I plan on doing, a small little tutorial series. Of course, my Patreons will be getting exclusive videos first, and then everybody else will be getting it after. I want to thank everybody who's been supporting the Patreon. Like, I'm doing this for you guys, because if it wasn't for you, like, I'll be struggling right now. Hell, I still am struggling, but I'll be completely struggling right now. So, like, comment, subscribe if you like all my content. Share it if you can when it goes live. You know, but yeah, man, thanks to all my Patreons. Thanks to everybody who wanted to check this out. Catch you guys next time. Zay TV and Zay Arts out.